All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to tackle a massive leadership puzzle. How do you motivate a team when your 25-year-old and your 55-year-old are driven by completely different things? Let's break it down. Okay, let me ask you a question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. As a manager, is getting your team motivated one of the toughest parts of your job? If you feel like some of your efforts really land with certain people but completely miss the mark with others, well, you are definitely not alone. And the key to solving that puzzle, it might be hiding in plain sight, right there in your team meetings. It's that mix of generations, all working together, but often running on totally different internal engines. So before we can even think about solutions, we have to do a little decoding. We've got to get to the heart of what makes each group tick and really understand the why behind what drives them. This quote really just hits the nail on the head. This isn't about one generation being right and another one being wrong. Not at all. It's about recognizing that what they want out of a career can be fundamentally different. And this illustrates that divide perfectly. On one side, you might have someone who is motivated by stability, by loyalty, by being recognized for their long-term commitment. But on the other side, you have someone who's totally fired up by new opportunities for growth and having meaningful work. Both are super valuable, right? They're just powered by different things. So what we're looking at here are two really powerful but very distinct value systems operating in the exact same workplace. And the first step to bridging that gap isn't about choosing one over the other. It's about respecting both. That right there is the foundation for a truly engaged team. Okay, so we've identified the problem. Now for the good part. Let's talk solutions. It's time to actually build a strategy, one that engages everybody, not just one part of the team. And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's one thing to say, okay, I see the differences, but it's a whole other ballgame to know what you can actually do about it in your day-to-day work. So here's the game plan. It's a continuous three-step process. First, you actually study the differences that exist on your specific team. Second, you design strategies that are flexible enough to appeal to all those different motivators. And third, and this is probably the most important part, you test it out, and then you adapt based on what actually works. See, it's a loop, not a straight line. Let's be super clear about what we're trying to build here. The goal? Simple. Keep all generations engaged. And the outcome of that is a team that's more productive because they genuinely want to be. The method to get there isn't some rigid blueprint, it's more like a flexible toolkit. So, how do you test these ideas in the real world without, causing total chaos? Well, this brings us to my favorite part of all this, a really cool, hands-on tool that lets you experiment with motivation in a controlled and even fun way. And that tool is called gamification. Now hold on, before your mind jumps to video games and flashy leaderboards, just look at this definition. It's really about taking the principles from game design, things like challenges, clear feedback, rewards, and applying them to workplace tasks to see what motivates people. Think of it as your own personal laboratory for motivation. So for a sales team, maybe it's a fantasy league where people get points not just for closing a deal, but for keeping their CRM updated. For a team of developers, it could be a bug hunt with a small reward for whoever squashes the oldest bug in the system. It's a hands-on way to stop guessing and start getting real data on what truly works. And if you want to see the impact, think about it like this. Reading all the theories on motivation in the world, that might get you, 30% of the way there? But the other 70%, the real impact, comes from actually testing your ideas in practice. That's the power of this whole approach. Because at the end of the day, this isn't some academic exercise, right? The whole point is to come up with practical, tested strategies that you can take back and use, like tomorrow, to make a real difference with your team. So as we start to wrap this up, I want you to just pause for a second and think about this for yourself. After everything we've just talked about, what's the single biggest takeaway for you as a leader? And if I could offer just one final thought, it would be this. Your job isn't to manage one generation one way and another generation a different way. Your true role is to be the architect. You're the one who builds the bridge that connects these different value systems and creates one single, powerful team. So I'm going to leave you with a final, actionable challenge. Don't just think about this. Do something with it. What's one small, simple way you could gamify how you recognize achievements on your team this week, just to see what resonates? Because that, right there, is where real change starts.